Hello and welcome to this episode of the Guides with Glasses podcast. I'm Bandito John, and I have with me No Name Josh. Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
It's going good. So we haven't talked in a few weeks. You've been at SGC. You want to chat about that? What was your experience like?
It was a lot of fun. It's the second time I've been to Dallas for SGC, but first time I've been there like doing some reporting stuff. It was fun. It
So what
was
is SGC a little bit?
so it's the Screw Attack Gaming Convention, and they have tons of panels, ranging from like just a quiz game show to like one of the panels got canceled, so they had to fill in with Craig's Hour of Fun,
Mm-hmm.
which was a lot of fun. And let's see, they had Inafune there.
Oh, that's cool. Creator of Mega Man.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Did they have games to play there?
Yeah, so oh man, I gotta post some of the pictures, but so they have a sponsor that had all arcade cabinets like down
Ooh.
the main hall, so it was pretty cool. And then they have the Iron Man of gaming, which is pretty awesome. You basically play a series of games, and whoever's the top dog on it wins. So that was pretty cool. And
Did they have like vendors set up where you could like buy stuff?
yep, yep, that's where we got your stuff.
Yeah, I can show that.
And I got a sweet where is that thing?
Might appear a little bit backwards.
Oh yeah, hold on, I'll show you what I got. If I can get to it. See, so I got myself a little
Oh, a Perler
AVGN.
Bead. Yeah, Angry Video Game Nerd Perler Bead. That's cool looking.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was too bad that his signing ended too early for me to get in there. There was a mile-long line to get to him.
Well, that's
Everything else
fun,
was a lot
man.
of
That's
fun.
awesome.
Dallas
Yeah.
smells like farts, though.
I've been to
Sorry,
Dallas,
everybody
and I
who's
don't
in-
know if I have that opinion, but that's okay.
Well, so I don't know what was going. There was a lot of construction, so who knows? But
Maybe there
it's-
was a gas line.
yeah, it smelled like propane, like the egg farts that they smell like.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it was just permeating the whole city. um, let's see. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and we actually have a few videos up about it, and they're actually doing really well, and they're
Awesome.
fun. So anybody who's listening should go on our YouTube channel and watch them because they're hilarious.
Great.
Somebody gets hit in the eye with a piece of candy.
Nice.
It's good stuff.
Were they okay?
Yeah, it was really funny because they were like, every time you answered a question right about the normal boots guys, they were throwing candy into the crowd, and for whatever reason, somebody wasn't paying attention and hit him in the face. It was pretty awesome.
Word to the wise. Pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention when
Yeah.
people are throwing
Otherwise, you're
candy.
going to get shit thrown at your face. So, we played a few games since we last chatted a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
I played Guacamelee. Have you heard of that? Have you played it?
I have not. I have
So-
not.
It is interesting. It's basically like a brawler Metroid game. So it's much
Interesting.
faster paced than Metroid, but there is like the Metroid level exploration. What's cool is that there's a lot of nods, kind of tip of the hats to like awesome games. Like there's a lot to like Metroid, and if you understand those gaming references, it's really cool. Also, it's like Castle Crashers and stuff. But what I like about it is that the gameplay is actually really fun. I mean, the gameplay beating up guys, it's tight, it's responsive. There's fun co-op, and the way that the co-op works, actually, this is kind of crazy. So my wife doesn't play console games that often, but she
Mhm.
actually was playing with me because whenever you die, you just go into like a little ball and you start kind of floating around, almost like Yoshi's Story a
Or
little bit, like
Mario.
or like
Yeah.
Mario, yeah. And you just have to touch the ball to get them back, and once you come back, you get all your life back. So it's very, very. I'm playing on normal though, but it's very, very forgiving for like co-op gameplay. But yeah, it's free on Xbox Live, which I thought was awesome. It's totally worth like the 10 or 15 bucks that it would normally be, but yeah, free.
Is it the games free with gold thing?
It is. It is.
Okay.
I don't know anyone that has an Xbox that doesn't pay for gold, but yeah, if that's the case, you would not be getting that game for free. But for most everyone, yeah, you would. Kind of some big gaming news also this week. The Dota 2
It's
championship.
insanity. It's cool that it's out here in
Yeah,
the
it's right here in
Seattle
Seattle.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
uh, I was shocked by how much the prize money is worth, man. $5 million for first
So
place.
my understanding is that people are like buying items and stuff, and that money goes towards the prize pool.
Yeah.
So it's not like Valve that's kicking that out. But here's some crazy facts about this. So it's at the Key Arena, which is like a former basketball stadium. So it holds tens of thousands of people,
And it's
and tickets
sold
sold
out.
out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, so
I
that
was
was crazy.
shocked by it.
And then this is also crazy. So I guess they have some in-game items that you can buy that only there, and so there's like some exclusives on top of getting like little swag and stuff. And there was people waiting in line at like 6 a.m. and the lines were taking like 6 or 7 hours to get through just to like get this one little item. And I think a lot of people were gonna resell them, so maybe
Oh
there was
hell
some
yeah! There's
profit being made. But I was hearing
7 hours
stories.
worth. I don't
Oh
know.
man, some people were talking on the message boards. This one person bought $13,000 worth of stuff.
Holy
Shit.
bajillion, dude!
Yeah,
That's
maybe he's gonna double his money or something. I don't know. Buy himself a car, but that is crazy. That's
that's
crazy.
nutso. I cannot believe that.
Have you ever
Shocking.
played Dota or League of Legends?
No, but when I saw the prize money, I went, man, me and John and some other peeps have to put together a Dota team.
Yeah, we can't compete at that level, but I do
I
want to
know.
play.
I just get my ass handed to me by some South Korean kid, you know? I'd be like,
Oh, I
yeah.
know. I know. Like, I mean, it's cool that it's like an international tournament. So they had like China represented, America, South Korea, the UK. What was also crazy is that it was aired on ESPN for part
I
of it.
know. It's nuts because then they had it replaying on ESPN too. Yesterday I was flipping through the channels and I was like, wait, what? Why is the international on here? This is ridiculous.
Yeah. So do you think that esports are now going to start becoming, more public, more shown on television?
If there's $10 million in prizes on the line, yeah. If
Yeah.
it's if it's just like a regular MLG event, I doubt it. But if it's like one of the championship events, maybe.
So it's kind of interesting. I guess like a decade ago, ESPN was airing like on ESPN2 Magic tournaments, which is really cool.
Interesting.
But the thing is that it was when standard definition TVs were commonplace. They didn't have high
Oh,
definition TVs, and it was too hard to see the cards.
yeah. Well, yeah.
And so that was kind of a problem. And so they had like low numbers. And I mean now like on Twitch, those things pull in like tens of thousands of viewers. There was like there was more people watching I think like a League of Legends tournament last year. I was reading on Twitch than watch the NBA finals.
Oh, I know. It was nuts. Yeah, they had.
Yeah, like we're talking like hundreds of thousands of people.
No, it
Like
was more than that.
or
It was
maybe
like
millions of people.
millions because
Yeah.
because I think like the NBA championships get like 10 million viewers, and it was more than that. So
It's crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy. So, I think this is interesting. I mean, like out here in Seattle area, like there is like gamer bars where they're airing tournaments and stuff, and they're
hmm
basically just streaming Twitch, but like they'll get packed, like people watching like a StarCraft 2 tournament and stuff. So, I think, definitely in our kids' generation, hopefully in the upcoming years, this is going to start becoming more prevalent. It's kind of
okay.
crazy.
I do want to bring up one thing about the esports thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that they need to be segregated into a men's and women's league?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know why, like, some of the events people are like, hey, we should do this because we're going to be a little more legitimate sport if we do. I don't know. It just
No, I
seems.
totally don't agree with that if they go that route. I mean, it's like in some sports like tennis and in basketball, it makes sense just to do like size of your body, and speed and stuff. But it doesn't make sense for like these agility, type sports like where intellect. Like I think they also did this in like chess, and it's stupid.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me at all. So.
No sense. Yeah, yeah,
But
they should be on the same team.
I think it was in South Korea they segregated, like they made it so that women had to play in a different StarCraft tournament or something.
Dumb.
They they backed off of it once everybody was like, "This is bullshit," kind of thing. So
Yeah, makes no sense.
yeah,
But I think what's interesting, and to that point is that like esports is getting big enough where now there's like people are trying to kind of figure out like how do the rules go, like how do we air this, like what kind of prize money kind of brings in the crowds and stuff. I mean, it's just crazy that like the winning team got $5 million for Dota.
it's
Yes.
nuts. It's
I
nuts.
mean, these people are obviously doing this as like a full-time job, but it's like they're each taking home like $1 million. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's awesome. I
It
mean,
is awesome.
I mean, does that does that work as like prize money where you have to fork over 35% of that to the government, or is that like
Probably.
wages? Because I
Well,
mean,
so what's interesting is that the winning team was from China, so I don't know how that works with their laws. It's interesting. I don't know. Still a lot. I mean, like for the amount of time that they played, I mean that more than pays for the salary, like if they were to have like a day job. Which is
yeah,
kind
I
of
mean
crazy.
that's what I'm saying is like I think it's on ESPN because that's as much as like a athlete could get
Well,
paid. You know
well,
what I
that's what I
mean?
was reading about, and it's the championship here was more now, not including like promotions and sponsorships and stuff, but the amount here was more than they get for winning like the in the golf tournaments, more than doing the NBA finals, more than doing the World Cup. Like as far as like winning that game.
Yeah.
And I mean, these people are obviously like playing in other leagues, they're winning prize money. They are sponsored at their level.
Oh yeah, like
Like it's just
Razor and stuff
yeah,
like that are sponsoring them.
yeah. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. They're like celebrities, man.
It's it's nuts. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It's it's just crazy, and I wish I was able to dedicate that much time to a game that I was so good that
I mean, that's
I could
what's
make
tough is
millions of
that
dollars.
like, there's I don't know how many professional NBA players. I don't know. Throwing this out there, let's say like 500. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. We'll say at the most
Or
there's
like
like
400.
10,000. We'll say that. Just even
10,000 playing at like yeah, internationally. That
yeah,
includes like all teams everywhere. Yeah. And there's way less people playing like the East. I mean, there's a lot of people playing competitively, but as far as like the upper echelon, of sports gaming, I mean, we're talking about like invited out to this Dota tournament. I don't know how many people, but let's say it was like 100, you
yeah,
know,
yeah. It's
200 people.
it's
So, I mean,
insane.
it's like, and League of Legends has like hundreds of thousands of players, and so does Dota. And so it's like, it's crazy that you have to be at the top, like, point. I mean, like other sports, you have to be like the best in the world, you
Yeah,
know?
the top 1 or less %. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's insane. I
Have you ever played at a competitive level like that?
the only time we've ever done this, it was me, my two brothers, and my dad, and you could win like prizes and stuff. But we used to go or the churches in our area to try to
Uh-huh.
drum up like youth people. They would have video game competitions, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
yeah.
win like a gift card or
Yeah,
food or whatever. It was never money, but
yeah.
yeah, we put together a team and played Halo 1 and Halo 2 on the Xbox One. Just tons of them linked together, and you'd
Yeah.
play in these brackets, and we'd always kick ass. We'd always mop up. So it was, yeah, it was amazing. It's just so funny to be
So you
playing
can
at
play
this.
competitively, but it was like a local church league.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, that's like what 2002.
Yeah.
I don't know if esports were really a big thing yet. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I've like normally I don't play ranked just because like I usually suck at stuff, but I've tried playing like Magic the Gathering ranked and everything, and it's like no matter how hard I try, I'm still like only in the top 40% of the world. It's like I still super suck. I mean, these people that are the best in the world, it's like they're playing at another level. It's just crazy. Crazy.
yeah, I can't believe it. It's freaking it's nuts to me that that's how much money you can make. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I kind of wish it was back in those old days when we were kicking ass because like I thought, oh my god, Nick is the greatest Halo player in the world. There's no one else who could beat him. And then
Yeah,
Halo 3 came along, and you're like, motherfucker, there's
yeah,
some dude in Guatemala that's kicking my ass right now, you know?
yeah. I mean, especially with the international tournaments, it's like you're playing against the best in the world, and it's not like the Olympics or something where you're brought in together, every 4 years. It's like you can play against these people at any time, and it's like, yeah,
My
kind of
dad played as an
suck.
alternate for a team.
On what for Halo?
For Halo, yeah. Yeah, he got called in at like the last second to play, and they just told him, these guys are way too good for you, Rick. Hide and don't die.
We'll clean up. We'll play with the handicap.
Yeah, and they won their round because I think what happened was is their friend got sick and they needed somebody, so they called him up and he's like, I got a few kills, but I hid the entire time,
Yeah.
because they just didn't want them to just hunt me to and get free kills basically. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not bad, but I wasn't like amazing like these two guys were, and I was like,
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose, man. Sometimes. But that was
So,
pretty funny.
so have you played any other games in the past few weeks?
I have played a lot of games in the last few weeks. I've played Rogue Legacy. I've played Banished, which actually is kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
Lots of Super Bro Force. Let's see. I started Tomb Raider. And, I do want to talk about one thing.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to buy Last of Us Remastered.
On PS4.
Yes, and I'm going to trade in my other Last of Us because I can't get it to get past that part.
Oh yeah.
I have
because yeah.
restarted it. I have deleted all the content and uploaded it in my save to the cloud and brought it back. It doesn't matter what I do.
So you're just gonna
cannot-
start over.
So I'm just going to start over on the remastered edition. What do you think about these next gen, like, oh, we're remastering it because they're doing it with GTA.
I mean,
They're
they're cash cows. I mean, that's they're what I'm calling like bridge games. I mean, basically, like they're ways to get well-reviewed, high-quality games that people love and still play on past-gen consoles onto next-gen, until they start getting the exclusives. They're easy to make. I mean, relatively easy, I mean, basically you're just doing like high-res textures. In the case of Last of Us, the high-res textures were already there. They were used in the movies, but now they just made it so all the models are there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not trivial work, but, I mean, you're not making a whole new game, And, yeah, I mean, there's a market for it. I think it's a cash cow, a cash grab.
Yeah, so I like it and dislike it at the same time. That's my
Yeah.
problem, right? Is I'm like, well, it's cool because now I actually get to play this freaking game, and we'll probably be able to finish it. But on the other hand, I go, like you said, these are bridge games. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't like the fact that I'm having to rebuy like GTA 5 because I know this is what's going to happen. They're going to go, oh shit, sorry, we can't get the heist to work on the past gen consoles, so you can only do the heists on the next gen consoles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they've delayed it and delayed it and delayed it and delayed it, and I'm sure they are just waiting for this announcement, and then they say, well, we'll release it when this version comes out.
And now that gets people to rebuy it,
Yeah, and I feel like a douche for being a part of that but I do want to play it in high res, and I do want to play
Well, see, then exactly, you're falling for it, and that's okay, man. That's okay. I mean, like, that's the definitive edition. It comes with the DLC. It comes with the high-res textures. I mean, like,
I just feel like a douche for doing it because I'm like, this is just only encouraging.
Didn't you buy like XCOM on like 4 platforms?
No, actually, that was actually cool. Steam was really nice about that. I forgot I had pre-ordered it on Steam. And so it just downloaded that night, and I went to like midnight reveal to download to buy the 360 disc, and then I got home and I'm like, why did my account get charged $60? And then I looked online. I'm like, oh shit. So as long as you didn't play it, Steam was like cool with refunding it. They were pretty good about it.
Yeah.
It was within a couple days, so I was like, woo. But let me see. I did have to rebuy it for Enemy Within.
Yeah.
Which was annoying.
I mean,
Very,
you
very
know,
annoying.
Last of Us is a damn good game, and I don't blame you for wanting it. You know, GTA, damn good game. You know, like, it's okay.
I struggle with it because I go, I shouldn't, just out of principle, I shouldn't buy this, but
Well, then they do stuff like they have like the
my
limited
heart.
edition consoles and stuff, you
Oh.
know, and the bundles and everything, and I'm like, oh,
well, you're telling me.
I know. I'm
I
like,
have like 16 different consoles, so
I know you are the console collector.
yeah, I mean, I even have the special edition Wii U. I mean, the Zelda one.
Yeah.
It's an addiction, man. I can't help myself. That's why I'm so poor all the time.
So there is some cool games coming out this week, though.
Yeah, the two I'm excited about. Well, the only two I know of, actually.
Yeah.
Oddworld and episode 4 of The Walking Dead Season 2.
Ooh, I'm excited about that one.
I know, the mayhem at the last one was just insanity, so
I beat a Wolf Among Us, and I've been dying to play Walking Dead.
because it's a far superior game, is that what you're
It
saying?
is. It is. Basically, Wolf Among Us kind of fills the void in the empty months, but that isn't this is only like a month-long gap, which wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I think what they really tried to get into is like every other month have one or the other coming out, which I enjoy. It works
Yeah.
so much better.
Did you ever play Oddworld back in the day?
Oh yeah, I loved that game. That one.
I loved Oddworld. I played it on PlayStation, the original one.
Yeah, I played it on PlayStation.
Abe's
also.
Odyssey, I think.
Yep.
This
Abe's
is
Odyssey.
this is like an HD remake of it, right?
Yeah. Okay. So that game as a child was like my favorite. What little boy doesn't like the fact that you can control your own farts and kill people with it? I mean,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
That was kind of like during the time of like Boogerman and stuff. Like they just had like raunchy games, you know, like
Conquer.
Conquer. Yeah, Conquer's Bad Fur Day and stuff. It was like
I
They
wish
don't do
they'd bring
ga-
that back. I wish they'd bring it
I
back.
know people have been hoping for it, but
freaking Nintendo and Rare. I tell you.
so are you gonna get Oddworld?
Hell yeah, I'm picking that up. I'm gonna get that right away, and then Walking Dead I already have set up to download. So this week's gonna be busy, man. busy week. Yeah, I got tons and tons of reviews to do because I played through like 8 games last week. It was ridiculous.
You beat him?
Well, not Rogue Legacy because that game is fucking hard. But yeah, I beat him. Let's see, what did I play through last week?
Damn, dude.
A bunch of different games. In fact, I am playing a game that would terrify you called
What is it?
The Shadow Hat Man. I can't remember, or Hat Man Shadows or something. It's like Amnesia.
Yeah, nope, not gonna play it.
And
I
it's
have
scary
Amnesia
as
and I played
poop.
it for like 10 minutes and I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah, I was shocked that it was actually as scary as I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, this is kind of freaky. I don't like playing in the dark. It freaks me out.
Are you playing with headphones and like the ambient light, you know, like turning out the lights and stuff?
No. I've been playing it just on my speakers. But I did play it without the lights on, and it's kind of creepy. But I think
Did
I'm
it give you
almost-
nightmares, Josh?
Yep. No, but it is freaky. Let's see, what else did I play? I played Interplanetary. I played a shitload of other games. I can't even remember them all. How about that?
Damn, dude.
And I played through a ton of more Broforce. Broforce is amazing. You must.
I
get it.
gotta get Broforce.
Yeah, you can play it on your laptop. Your shitty laptop, I'm sure, would handle it.
I was
It's
just surprised. I installed Dota after the whole tournaments. My shitty laptop actually ran Dota really well.
Yeah, I mean, they make it as accessible as possible to everybody, right? So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
more people that play, the more money they make.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, let's see. What did you like about Oddworld the most when you were a kid, though? Was it the
You know,
farts?
I mean, yeah, of course, like being a 10-year-old boy, yeah, like that was amazing. But I think I liked it because it was like a really dark kind of puzzle platformer. Like
Yeah, I
like
love
there's like
that.
some like fucked up stuff. Like basically like if I remember I haven't played this in 20 years, but like like aren't you trying to like escape from a factory where like you're brought into like slavery or
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like your people are like getting made into juice or something. I don't remember the exact plot. But yeah, I'm like this is dark, Like this is
yeah.
messed up.
It was an interesting little era there for like a few years, like from '94 to like '97, where they had a lot of dark content in games. Like that was like when Resident Evil came out and all that stuff, and it was like pretty dark stuff.
Yeah, I think games were starting to be like not so much for children anymore, like not so Mario-ish. And with the power of the new consoles, they were starting to get like environments, with like scary music and I don't know. I remember like liking the animation in it and like stuff was going on in the background,
Yeah, yeah.
like it was cool. It was original. It was fresh.
I
I never played any of the sequels though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like even like the original Fallout's came out and all that stuff, like right in that era. And it's just really interesting because it shifted from like Toe Jam and Earl to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
So Jam and Earl is amazing though.
it is amazing, and I would love to see a new one of that. That was amazing.
Didn't they do it on Dreamcast? I'm trying to remember.
They did Toe Jam and Earl and Funkatron or whatever it
Yeah,
was, or
yeah, yeah.
Escape to Funkatron or
It's
whatever the hell
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. I'm
And
gonna make that my new screen name, just Funkatron. I like it. That's a good name.
oh my god, that is amazing. That's yeah. Next time I create like a character, I'm naming it Funkatron.
Yeah,
Let me see.
but
I mean,
so much.
how did you like the end of Wolf Among Us? I have not played past the first one, so
I'll
I'm
give you
not
my.
going to finish it.
Do you want me to give you spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, there was a really okay. So, do you remember the end of Walking Dead of the first season?
Yes.
How basically all of your major decisions were in being remembered by that one guy in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So Wolf Among Us did something similar where, and I think they did it better than in Walking Dead in season one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're basically you're there's this. How many episodes did you play?
I just played the first one.
Okay, well, you find out kind of like who was behind like the murders and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a choice of either to kill him or to put him on trial.
Is Snow
And
White there?
yeah, she is. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming you didn't kill him then.
No, I did.
Oh hell yeah, I would too.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that like it's not like there's not any battle. It's like basically you just like choke him to death, which is like kind of crazy. It's like yeah, you kill him and it's easy to kill him. And then you go to the trial and you bring the body and everyone that's there is basically recalling like your events, like whether you helped them or didn't help them.
Oh.
And your objective is to try to win the favor of basically the jury, like the people that are there. And it's interesting because it's like they're either going to your defense if you help them or they're going against you if you went against them. But you can make logical arguments in order to like try to win their favor. And then if you don't win their favor, you can just walk out. You can just be like, basically, you literally say like "fuck this shit" and you leave. And I thought that was, and I did that because I was actually like, I was trying to put myself in their situation, and I was like, "Fuck these people!" Like they're not thinking logically, about the situation. Like they weren't there, they weren't making those decisions. So I just left, which is interesting. Like that was like one of the choices.
That's weird.
But yeah, I thought it, and like there is some bad guys in the end that are awesome. Um, but yeah, I thought so. kind of like kind of like Walking Dead, like season 2 and season 3 kind of went down. You know,
Oh yeah.
you kind of like in Wolf Among Us, like episode 1, I thought was really high, and then it kind of went down, and then it picked up at the end. It was worth playing, but it's not anywhere near, I think, Walking Dead, like in terms of character enjoyment and stuff. But I think that they've learned probably. I'm hoping that they learned a lot from it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
Except for the
so
plot.
I
It's
did
the fact.
watch Cassie play some of it, so
Yeah.
I do know a bit, and it, I don't like the fact that spoiler alert.
Oh, I've already been giving all the spoilers.
I
Yeah.
know. This is like way back in the first episode. I don't like that Snow died, and then they brought her back. Like
That
it
was
was so
actually
cheesy.
that actually put the whole bad taste in my mouth for the entire game. For the
Yeah.
entire 5 episodes was when she was back, and she gets really annoying
Oh,
actually later.
she
Like,
turns into Skylar from Breaking Bad.
yeah, yeah, like basically like, oh, I'm always right, and it's like there's no. I mean, there's a lot of decisions. And that's what's interesting about the game that are gray. Like you can go either way. But she's always like, oh, you're always supposed to do, the right thing, and it's like that's not really how life works.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
how this character would be. I don't know. So, I enjoyed it, but I am looking forward to Walking Dead. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, so the other thing that one quick last note,
Yeah.
buddy. Uh, and I'm sorry that it's kind of a weird episode. We're kind of all over the place. It's like 9:30, and I just got back from Wild Waves. It was like a 4-hour drive. It was awesome. So
And you're
my
all
face is
sunburned.
very burnt.
Yeah,
So
very sunburned.
um, anyway, I think it's an atrocity that uh, so many reviews gave Valiant Hearts a 7 or below.
Well, the short answer, Josh, is that they're wrong.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
I think Valiant Hearts was one of the best games I played like in the last couple of years.
Yeah, yeah. That and Super Broforce, man, are on the top of my list, and they're completely different. So it's like Broforce is strictly a game. You're just having fun. Valiant Hearts is like a whole fucking experience. It's
I think
amazing.
you know, Valiant Hearts is not for the reviewer. That's what I gotta say. It's not a game for somebody that plays games, plays them quickly, gets in and out, and is not like really, there to like enjoy it and take it at a slower pace. Like a lot of people griping that like, oh, the puzzles are kind of slow. We're like, yeah, if you're trying to rush and get out a review in 2 days of the game, I can understand. But like for the average person that it doesn't play, like I don't know, like 50 games a year, like I thought it was amazing. I thought it was an excellent game compared to what else is out there.
I know. I wish I had more people that. I wish we had more people that played a different variety of games, so that because
Yeah.
holy shit, man, I had to bomb through that in 2 days, and like you
Valiant
said,
Hearts?
Valiant Hearts, man, I bombed through it in 2 days.
Well, you're also like a history major, and you love history, or you have a history degree.
Yeah,
And so I think you appreciated it at a different level than most also.
I just think like because everybody's like, oh, the puzzles are you move slow and they're easy to do, and I'm like. Yeah, sort of. There was a few of them where I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. Like,
Yeah.
the one where you have the guy keeps shouting at you to shoot the artillery, and it shows like the church.
Oh yeah, yeah, there was some
And-
puzzles that were kind of
and I'm
tough,
like-
I think.
I'm like, wait, what the is going on? But
Yeah.
and then there was like little touches that were nice, like the plane spotting where your artillery hit, and you had to
Yeah.
move. I don't know. Like, I think a lot of people. So this was what was crazy. I read Game Informers, and they gave it a 7.5. And I was like, well, this is just awful. Already had a bad... I'm like, they're wrong. They're clearly
Yeah.
wrong. But they complained because there wasn't enough little things that you could pick up that give you, like, information about the battle and stuff like that. And then, like, other reviews are like, gave it, like, a 65 or something because too much of that crap popped up. And there wasn't enough action. I'm like, this was never billed as a
An
run and
action
gun
ga-
action
yeah.
game.
It's
This was
not.
billed as a human story. Like
Yeah, it's a puzzle game
it's a
that, with a historical plot, you know.
and a truly like a really good story. I would say a very artful story. You know.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And they just like gloss over that. It's just like I want to kill things and run around, and I just go, why, why are people so stupid? Like,
Oh, I know, man.
this
I
is
know.
why I go. I don't know. Maybe I've been a gamer too long and not a reviewer long enough that I look at games through like the gamer glasses. Still, you know, I'm not. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm the reviewer like Roger Ebert, and I need to nitpick fucking everything.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah,
Like I don't know. I can't really think of a flaw of that game. I mean, other than like a couple of times where it felt like you were wandering too much, like walking
Yeah.
back and forth. But other than that, it's like there's always those little bits of slow point in every game. When
yeah. And I mean, I think that the game also touches on that. That sometimes, you know, war can be kind of boring. You know, sometimes it can be kind of slow. Like, you know, sometimes the events don't always have to happen.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's a lot of it is right. War is hurry up and wait, and then
Yeah.
you do something, and then you're just waiting.
Yeah,
Especially during that, I don't know. I was just like, this is wrong. These people
Yeah.
are all wrong, and I can't believe how wrong they are. But yeah,
yeah. Well,
Anyway.
that's why you have your own gaming site where you can write your own reviews.
exactly. I know. I can't remember what game it was recently, but I was like, I'm gonna give this like a 6.5, and then I looked online, and everybody was like, it's a 9, 8.5, 9.5. I'm like, this game is not that quality. I don't know why it got that high of scores. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel it's. I know I'm gonna be conspiracy theorist here for 1 second.
Okay.
I feel like some of these reviews are bought. You know, like, or
Yeah,
give us a couple extra
there's been some
points
situations
for.
that's happened in the past.
Yeah, we'll give you a free copy if you know you do this, or we'll give you free whatever,
Yeah.
or we'll pay your company this amount of money to get a couple extra points out of it. Because, yeah, I'm just shocked.
I mean,
sometimes by how high
it is
things
weird
are.
when there's like ads plastered on the side, you know, and everything for a game, and it's like, oh, they're reviewing the game. It's like they're paying your paycheck.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
know,
that's exactly it,
How
right?
how unbiased can you be? But I don't know. Well, buddy, my laptop is about to die, so this is a good point.
Awesome. I'm good with that. I'm tired as hell. So,
Put some aloe vera on that face, buddy.
oh my god, dude, I can't wait till it stops burning so I can. I don't want to trap the heat in there.
Well, this is Bendito John
No name Josh.
signing off.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.